So, pursuit number 6 of 8 for the 2021 season. And there you have the lineup, some of the best biathletes in the world. And currently the number 1, Tyrrell Eckhoff, wearing yellow. She might just hold on to that for the rest of the season. The way she goes, she's very quick at the moment. And quite an interesting race yesterday, Mike. She was fastest on the tracks. She was 67th in terms of her speed through the range.
She said that in the post-race interview. The purpose today was shoot slowly, but make them all count.
Can she afford that luxury today with these athletes chasing her? Away goes Vitozzi wearing 3. Olimbakava just behind her. Dorothy Vera is there. There goes Tandrevold and Roysland. Preutz is away for Germany. And Denise Herrmann just behind her. Slow start there from Justine Brezard-Boucher. I wonder whether she thought, I'll just tuck in behind Denise Herrmann.
Possibly Herrmann, she knows, is back on form, although sitting out of the relay first day here, that was surprising, and yet so strong yesterday.
Yeah, she wasn't 100%, I was going to say fit. She was perfectly fit, but she wasn't feeling 100%. And therefore, that's why the decision was made. Finland have a chance. Mary Ada there starting 18. Just behind her is Germany's Maren Hammerschmidt starting 20. And still waiting to see Hannah Öberg. Who else can... Vanessa Hintz might be able to climb the order a bit. There she is, 23. Pauline Fialkova, number 25. And waiting for the tall figure of Öberg, who you can just see with the yellow of Sweden. She's wearing bib 36.
Just thinking, Julia Simon, she's just underway. Often she loves this. She's the ultimate... I suppose, mover through the pack. On her own out front, she's not quite the same when there's athletes ahead to nibble away at, and she often shoots so well in this race. But 35, it's a long way up to the podium.
Eckhoff not only starting first, but remember she won the sprint and the pursuit at the World Championships a couple of weeks ago, and so she's more than anyone else in the field, Mike, over the last 2 seasons, has got used to starting the pursuit first.
I was just thinking as she exited the bridge there, the tunnel, I should say. In the old days, up front should be like a frightened rabbit, should be just so tense, so panicked, and that would often affect her shooting. Nowadays, it's common, it's normal, just holding herself back a little, I think, on this first lap, as we normally see from Eckhoff these days.
Yeah, I think Le Grand Blanc last year was one of the turning points in her career. And although she's still a little bit inconsistent, the bad patches are few and far between at the moment. And when it's bad, it's really bad. But that is so seldom, and has been so seldom this year.
Yes, she's got that Ligrid discipline on the range now. She started, remember, up in Finland, 43rd in the sprint, first sprint, then 8th, and then really she hasn't been off the podium since then, back in the first 2 World Cups.
Yeah, nice footwork from Eckhoff, and you can just see that the tracks are in pretty good condition. Cold overnight, and if you were to choose an early start today or a late one in terms of would you like to be in the women's race or the men's, I think the women again. I think the women are going to have the best show. Well, with gender fluidity, maybe that's possible nowadays. Very controversial subject, of course, as Eckhoff, Shima, Olimbakava, 16 seconds at the start of the race, 15 between the top 3, so no real changes there. Vera has kept her own, started 16, still at 16.
Yes, and the chasing group realising as the season has gone on, is it worth the risk of really attacking this first lap of 2 kilometres? Often it's not. You pick up even 1 penalty at this stage, and you really are back midfield when you've been up towards the front.
A very, very steady entry from Tyrrell Eckhoff, beautifully balanced on the ski, as most of them are. But even from Jima, Mike, you can see how the shoulders move a lot more side to side than they do for Tyrrell Eckhoff.
Yes, and Shima, she trained most of her summer months down in Pokjuka, her coach down there, And she was wanting medals at the World Champs. Incredible that just after that, the release of the pressure, she finished second for the first time this season.
So shoot number 1 of 4 into the prone position. The women, by racing first this week, have definitely had easier wind conditions. And that's the case in so many of these ranges. The wind starts to pick up around the midday period. Just as I say that, slightly stronger gust coming through, blowing from the left. Eckhoff looks as though she sussed that pretty quickly, and that's the perfect start to her race. Pressure goes on. Who's going to be the first to miss, I wonder? Vera shoots right to left and usually pretty fast, but throws number 3 wide. And number 4. Oh, that's a disastrous start for Vera. 3 misses, Mike. That's so unusual. And the flags actually telling you the story are suddenly picking up, and most of them horizontal for the space of about 10 seconds.
I'm so surprised Vera didn't pick that up. Sometimes when you're hiding behind these blinds that most biathletes have on the rifle, you can't see the instant drop-off in flags. It's a pity. She got the first 2. She thought it's fine. I'll just keep the fast rhythm. And in an instant, she's got 3 penalties.
Yeah, 450 meters. It's only a 10-kilometer race, so... that's a big percentage, and I'm not sure we're going to see Vera near the front again, but she is one of the best chasers in this game. So often she's worked her way from the 20s up into the top 5. Peschen goes clear for Sweden. Hintz is clear as well. Hammerschmidt clears 5, but the leader's already a minute down the track, and Eckhoff with that good solid shoot, Mike, making it look pretty easy at the moment.
Yeah, very much in control. Simon, she's gone for the fast shooting option. She chases well in these races. She's missed 2. Another factor on this range, Patrick, the snow has left the shooting range, so the blanket of snow which normally covers the asphalt or the tarmac, you get a lot of heat haze rising up from the asphalt, and yes, you get used to it, but it's another small factor for the difficulty here in Nove Mesto.
Well, the rounds were over to the right-hand side due to that wind picking up from the left, but Eckhoff is away. Limbakava holds on to a top position. 8 is Franziska Preutz, clear on the first shoot. The top 6 all going clear. Zima, very quick round the penalty loop, and Hanna Sola also paying a penalty. But roughly 50% of the athletes going clear on shoot number 1. Would expect the same again. Maybe down to 10 athletes with the perfect score at the end of this one.
If we get a side shot, it's interesting how far. Look at the left elbow. Eckhoff always goes right to the front edge of the mat. And it works.
Yeah, nice shooting, nice shooting. Roysland will have been waiting for the thud of a miss, but it didn't come. Now she's just got to focus on the job she's got to do. 5 out of 5 last time, only maximum 4 now. The wind all over the place at the moment, so 4 out of 5, not a bad score. Limbakava struggling. Tandra Vold misses her first one. Just about to say that she's going really well, but 4 out of 5 for her. So the margin for Eckhoff is going to grow beyond the 30-second mark.
Isn't that incredible? So when Eckhoff came in, the wind was gently from the left. It's turned completely and coming in from the front right, and that really does affect the fall of the shot. They should have clicked their sights 3, 4 to the right.
Which begs the question, why do some of them use the double blind, which prevents them from looking down the range at the flags?
You do still get a decent vision, don't you, through the rear sight to the foresight, so you can see 1 or 2 lanes, but you can't feel or see the flag closest to you at 5 meters.
Yeah, Peschen's gone well and clear. Well, we saw the misses from Roysland and Tandrevold. That's pushed Roysland still in second, 43, so the margin has more than doubled. Preutz going okay for Germany. It'd be nice for the Germans to finish the season well. It's been a long, hard slog for them. Hannah Solar, of course, who medalled in the sprint. Some mark through for the stand shoot. Just was looking for Hannah Erberg. Just seen Amanda Lightfoot. She's got through the two prones with 2 misses. Has moved up 7 places so far. So having a good day out there.
And what about Theresa Hauser? Amanda was skiing ahead of her on this lap into the range. And
yeah, so Hauser, who's been taking World Cup podiums and World Championship medals of late, having a disaster out there. She's not the only one. Hannah Erberg not really making the charge I thought she might. 2 misses, started 36. She's got herself into the top 30, but is still over 2 minutes behind Tyrrell Eckhoff, who's in for shoot number 3. A margin of 48 seconds between herself and Roysland.
Slight movement there, end of rifle. You can see it, the wind is definitely affecting the stability.
Yeah, I'm not sure she meant to let number 3 go, Mike. A bit of a snatch and a miss, so that's 25 of the 48 seconds gone. But the others have got to clear 5 to challenge her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think. Only 7, 8, 9 athletes clear. Actually, a few further down the field, but they're not going to be in the mix. But no one, very few in the top 10 have the perfect score. Just Franziska Preutz and Lynn Persson. Eckhoff in and out of the penalty loop. 14 hits out of 15.
Look at the flags now. That's a bad gust. 15 kilometers an hour. That's as strong as it's been in the days they've been racing so far.
Yeah, the gods are shining on Eckhoff at the moment, Mike. She can't seem to do anything right. I think she's got control of the weather as well. 4 out of 5 for Preutz. Now, anyone who clears 5, Roysland, I think, does well to get away with 1. So Eckhoff's lead will stay probably go over a minute after this one, because everyone delayed that first shot with the increase in the wind. Back down to 8.75, dropping away again. Denise Herman. Is she the first to clear 5 on this last shoot? I think she is. And Herman, 1 miss in the prone, and quite a quick shoot as well. 25.3. Chevalier Boucher, the fastest on the range so far. 24.8. The margin goes from 48 to 56. It's looking very, very comfortable for Eckhoff now, who can probably afford 2 misses on the last shoot and still walk away with her 5th pursuit win out of 6 pursuit races this year. Total domination, and that actually will seal the trophy.
And that wind situation was so tough on many of the first chasers, the first group picking up 1 and 2 penalties. So Eckhoff back to 56 seconds ahead.
That's the 6th and the 7th. 2 Germans in the top 4, 2 Norwegians, 2 Germans in the top 4, and Fialkova of Slovakia doing well with no misses so far. 1, 2, 3 athletes. Zdujic is one of them, Kajsheva is one of them, and Fialkova, as I've mentioned. They are the 3 with the perfect score so far.
That's fabulous on a day like today. I'm just looking at course times, ski times. Öberg had the fastest lap, and interestingly, Eckhoff just 11th, but cruising at 5 seconds behind them. Breza had the 2nd fastest, and again, Eckhoff down in 10th, 11th. But I feel that Eckhoff's going to pick the pace up now. And lap 3, in fact, Breza and then Eckhoff equal fastest.
Well, it's a sort of different tactic. Yesterday, she was lightning quick on the tracks and took her time in the range.
And it's working so far. But if the wind is as bad as it was for the chase group as Eckhoff's coming in now, she may struggle.
Well, Pauline, she went from 13th in the sprint to 41st in the pursuit. Today, she's gone from 25th in the sprint to 5th in the pursuit. And if she shoots clear again, she could be looking at a podium finish. Gold, we think, is taken. Eckhoff looking for pursuit win number 5.
That miss wasn't to do with the wind influence, that was just an early snatch.
Well, she's given them a chance, but I still think her 10th victory of the season is on her way. That's, well, a minute clear. Now, one of the chasers has got to shoot fast, clear, and then they might get sight of Eckhoff. But as you can see, they're still coming round the back end of the range. They've got another 120 metres or so to go before they shoot for the final time. And Eckhoff has just about completed penalty loop number 1. I think she's going to have some space between herself and the rest, whatever happens.
Engelbert Schrolz there, he's got a job on his hands to scope the fall of the shots from 2 of his athletes.
Here we go, lap number 2 for Eckhoff, and out she comes just as the others take their position on the mat. The easiest 2 kilometres she's skied all season coming up. This is the battle for 2nd and 3rd. Roysland looks ready to let loose. Chance for Herman. A chance for Herman. Good nerves, really good nerves, because she knew her rivals had missed, and I wouldn't be surprised if Preutz's miss put Roysland off, Mike.
Possibly. You are aware what's happening around you. I feel for Pauline Fialkova now. She's hit the perfect 15, struggled on the first 2.
Well, she limits it to 2 penalty loops, but she's going to lose a few places. That would have been very impressive. 25th to the podium. Preutz shooting better, 52. Her total score today, just 1 miss, I think I'm right in saying. Just double checking that. 2 misses actually for Preutz. Missed 1 in the stand. Roysland's dropped down to 5. We've got a bit of a race on our hands for the 3rd position, Mike. Herman is safe, I think. She's some 17 seconds clear. Here comes Vitozzi again. 5 out of 5 last time, and very fast. She slowed it down this time. Well, extraordinary, extraordinary. I think the vino was out last night on the Italian table. Has to have been. Hintz 5 out of 5. Good shooting from her confidence builder for the remainder of the season. Limbakova, Mike, she's fallen like a lead weight throughout this race, and another 2 misses from her.
Well, there's Hannah Oberg at last getting 5. It's interesting, at the end of seasons, the body, the mind, the World Championships have just taken place. You're tired, and I think we can see that in some of the shooting performances.
Three misses in all for Eckhoff. Yeah, this is Eckhoff in training mode, and a good look over the shoulder just to check to see where the opposition are and who the opposition are. Denise Herman, that might have concerned Eckhoff a little bit. She knows that when Herman is on her best form, and to be honest, we haven't really seen it this season, but first couple of years on the tour, she was quicker than anyone else by a good 15 seconds over, certainly over a sprint race.
Yes, coming into this
improved athlete in that group of 4, and Lynn Persson has only been on the podium once in her career. Where's your money, Mike? Preutz, Roysland, Zima or Persson for 3rd place?
I'm going all the time. I'm going with Roysland. Herman untouchable in 2nd. That's going to be an all-out battle, and especially up this section, chasing the bronze medal.
Yeah. And it's a tough finish here in Nove Mesto. You can afford to go from a long way out. We saw a really good finish from Elvira Urberg, who incidentally, that was in the relay, incidentally yesterday in the sprint, just couldn't hit anything and found herself outside the top 60, so didn't qualify for this race.
Denise Herman just looking at her best. She's got that lovely, dynamic, explosive leg flick now. It was missing a lot of the season. The arms are strong again, big explosive drop through the arms.
Win number 10 I think she can afford the smile. These sort of races, Mike, great to win, but it's not sort of race that gives you a buzz because it's all seemed too easy. And another 60 points. She's got the Pursuit Crystal Globe firmly in her hands. No one's going to take that off her now. And she moves a step closer to taking the overall title as well. Here comes Denise Herman, good second place. And Roysland, as Mike predicted, storming into the home finish. Lynn Pearson's going for it, Mike. She's not given up on this one. The two Germans blown away. But a brilliant finish from Roysland, and secures third place, having started the day in 7th. Good finish from Pearson. I think that's her PB for the season. Excellent work from her. And Preutz 5, Zima 6. Zima starting in 2nd place today. And well, the margins look relatively small, but that was due to the fact that Eckhoff just had a Sunday stroll over that last 2K loop. Good work from her.
Yeah, some fight to the line for the bronze medal. Lynn Pearson, I thought, was coming through strong at the end there, and Preutz just didn't have it on the track. Neither did Zima. And at Roysland, she's got some desire. But it was lovely to see Eckhoff giving a great big hug, and congratulations to Roysland for her podium.
26 is Anaïs Bescon. Good work from her. Equal best shooting score on the day with just one miss. Denise Herman, 19 out of 20. Lynn Pearson, 19 out of 20. No one shooting the perfect score today. Stuich again, good work with the rifle. 46 up into possibly the top 16, 17. Depends how she fares on this last loop. Tandrevold, a bit of a meltdown, Mike. 5 misses in all for Tandrevold, and really things had been going much better than that.
Tandrevold, I think that'll be disappointing. A little unlucky for the first of the 2 stand shoots. It was windy. She tripped up there, and she needs to find confidence again.
Yeah, a couple of misses on that last stand. Everyone struggled with the last stand, but as you saw, the wind was all over the place. Only Eckhoff had the steady conditions, and she took full advantage of that. Julie Simon, did she put in a burst on the last lap? She came out in 21st position. She's got herself up into 19th. Not a bad gain, but too many misses again. 3 misses for Simon. Started 35 up to 24. Best gain of the day really goes to Bescon, 26 to 8. And Fialkova, had she not messed up on the first stand, could have been certainly could have been into the top 3. Missed 2.
Yes, Fialkova, her sister, not as good today. Ivona, but it's good to see the ski time back, and only missing 2 targets. That's a good performance today.
Yeah, Erberg 36 to 13. That's the older of the 2 sisters, Hannah. So good race. And Stuich of Austria, hitting 19, goes from 46 up to 18. So 28 places gained by Stuich. She must have enjoyed that.
Amanda Lightfoot still out there. She had a second to pull back on Carrara to move up into 55th. It's not likely now to achieve that to the line.
I've just seen Pavlova, Mike, who we saw at the New Year race, has gained 31 places, 54 to 23. Again, hitting 19. A lot of fun out there. Vitozzi, 8 misses in all. And I think the only person who did worse than that, I'm waiting to see what Dorothea Vera shot, but she has not had a good day.
Missing 9.
9 misses for Dorothea Vera. Can you believe that? When did that last happen?
Oh, do you know what? I can't remember worse than 7 from Vera. We'd have to go a long way back in the history for our first couple of years on the world scene. But missing 9, that's worrying now for Vera when she looked so good yesterday.
Yeah, the fact that they both missed 5 in the prone, does that indicate something with the zeroing? Have they got something drastically wrong?
When you get 2 very good biathletes, Vitozzi finishing 3rd yesterday, and Vera, we know how great Vera is. Yeah, missing 50% of your prone. There's got to be an issue in terms of from the zeroing time, wind changes. We saw the wind changes. Maybe they just completely missed it, focused more on the rivalry that still remains between the 2 of them.
Well, the men's race is later on today. That should be another good one. 2:30, just after 2:30 UK time for the start of that. And Détieux France leading the way. Unlike Eckhoff, who has done it many times, Détieux has never led off a pursuit. He'd never won a World Cup before yesterday. Interesting in his post-race interview, saying that the medal, his silver medal at the World Championships, meant much more to him than his first win in the World Cup. But I sort of suspect that what he'd achieved hadn't quite sunk in by that stage.
Takes time. There's Amanda.
56.
Yes, well, does she look good coming in there? Struggled maybe on the last lap, missing 5. Had she missed 1, she'll be thinking, or had she got all 20, the only person. A lot of potential there to move a long way forward.
So 1:30 separating the top 10 positions, and 24 of those seconds all going to Tyrrell Eckhoff. Very, very comfortable win indeed. She's going to have her name engraved on the Pursuit Crystal Globe, and she is ever closer to the overall. Another 60 points to her, take her on to 923. Roysland did pretty well by coming in the top 3, Mike. Keeps the fight alive for a couple more races.
Yes, looking sparky again, looking more confident now after a disappointment. Final race at World Championships.
So Eckhoff, the champion here in the women's pursuit.